if you wanted to introduce yourself for anyone that's not familiar with you, and we'll pretty much take it from there.
Yeah, I'm Surfer of Let's Suffer Together, another member of the Noita community. Noticed Nymphs with his YouTube videos primarily and just coming on to other Noita content and being a great member of the community as well. So that's what really attracted me to enjoy this moment here with Nymphs today. Enjoying some science.
Yeah, and like always, it's a pleasure having someone to talk to and just test stuff with and bounce ideas off of. Because the way I think is definitely different than the way anyone else thinks in this game, and it's super neat learning from each other. But let's hop into it. So let me. I don't have any loves, but that's fine. I'm just gonna go in a circle.
Well, this is it. A
I
lot of people kind of get away with very strong one crafting. I'm more of a kind of escape artist type of guy, so I wonder if we can meld the two here today with kind of like great one crafting, but with some kind of, you know, sneaking around, getting around the more dangerous obstacles in the game, you know.
yeah, I really want this one to work. I feel like I was just missing something on it. So this was suggested. Oh, I wish I remembered their name. I'm pretty sure it was Jetty. But they suggested using Touch of Gold on a teleport wand, but I haven't really had any success. Oh, let me turn on. I completely forgot to turn on Saving Grace. That would not be good. And then we'll turn on where is Extra Life? Extra Life. There we go.
Could you put it on the end of, say, a touch of, on the end of a luminous drill timer, and have it prod forward constantly?
So on a timer. So
On the end of it. So if you're prodding through, especially if you manage to have a teleport drill wand, and you're prodding through environment, as we want to do, how about just having it proc on the end of the drill? Especially if you can get an increased timer with that, prodding right through it, maybe. I could see that really working.
I did
Maybe.
have the same idea. The only issue with having a touch of on the end of a spell other than long distance cast is that
Mm.
if this hits a wall, it'll cast it right when it hits that wall. So if you hit brick with this, it should just like cast when it hit the brick, not how far it can bore through. So it would become pretty unsafe pretty quick, especially if you're trying to use it to transport through stuff. With long distance cast, however, it casts where the long distance cast ends.
Yeah, okay.
So if we could,
It's a really neat distinction, actually.
yeah, if we could, I wanted to see. Let's. We don't need explosion because clearly we're turning everything to gold, and if it's not doing its job properly, then we don't even need digging either. We can have something pretty simple like this to rapid fire it. Let me throw two of these on.
Well, you've got two methods. You've got avoiding, aka just going around it, turning it into something else, or destroying it. So first, obviously, checking out how to just plain avoid it by turning or getting around it.
You know,
Instead of just... Does acid destroy polymorph?
I actually don't even know if Touch of Gold destroys it. Okay, it does.
Ah,
So that's good to know, and I assume it's the same for Touch of Smoke. I mean, yes. Ooh.
that seems
So
effective.
that's really good, but how do we make this safe? Like I tried reducing the lifetime of this, but no matter what, when I teleport into it like instantly, I just end up getting messed up. We need a lot of stuff to fix this wand up. I think
Do you mean wandering it into its area of influence or prodding yourself with your own?
so. Like when it cast, there's like a second or like zero point 0.5 seconds where it stays
Yeah.
there, and if you teleport into oh
Saving grace. Thank you.
yeah, wait, why did that work?
You
This
teleported into it, didn't you?
this should have wrapped. Oh, long distance cast is so strange, and that's why I love like having someone else to like be like, oh yeah, this is why it works like
You
this.
see, I'm basic. I just chuck things on and hope it works. So hopefully I can get some of the back to the fundamentals
Yeah.
sometimes. Not the bigger picture and everything you can possibly do. It's not my bag, but again, finding unique kind of examples of how to get around stuff like this. Whether you're coming at it from a basic angle or a complex angle, melding that together, you can find the right solution for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, let's retest this and figure out why that like almost killed us. Okay, so
Uh,
oh, it almost killed us. No, it didn't almost kill us again because our screen would
I
be
take it a
flashing.
nuke works. Does nuking it work? Because then we answer a lot of questions about all the other explosives.
For
It assume
for
it does.
removing poly.
Yeah.
Yes, explosive projectile is probably the best way to show it off. Uh, what was this one stats? Okay, same thing.
You've got two options with explosives: knock it out of the way as you're traveling, or absolute destruction.
Yes, and it should work. Let's throw a digging blast. So, and a long distance cast. We'll just yoink it from this one. So it should. Oh, it doesn't work on that. Okay. Does it work with other explosives? What? Let's try just spark bolt. Oh, there's some right here. That poor sheep. It worked on that sheep.
So you get splashed around very well.
So, I know Ronkly was talking about flamethrower, but would this work for removing it? It looks like possibly.
If it's flammable, I think it would obviously answer a lot of questions. If it's not flammable and it doesn't actually stay on fire, then it might get rid of it, but it's not gonna be like oil. It's not gonna be like berserker. It doesn't. I can never pronounce
berserkisms.
it. Yeah, it's for a lot of disease and isms. It works.
I wanted to try Circle of Fire, but I don't think that was working. And Explosive doesn't do anything on circles. Oh, that's not the right wand. Yeah. It doesn't look like that affects it. So, for this one, can we reduce the lifetime of it to make it... Ooh. So it explodes pretty much instantly. It removes a lot of it, but not all of it.
Just eradicate it a little bit, aye.
Can we throw more explosive projectiles on it and possibly... Explosive projectile. So we threw 2 more than was on last time. It looks pretty close to the same. How do we... test it over here? Ooh, it does have a distinct difference.
You definitely have a certain disadvantage, however, depending how fast it removes it and how fast you're exploding.
Oh,
How
yeah,
fast you're traveling.
You're
Because
correct.
if you turn into a sheep and you're still exploding or having the remnants of explosives, oof, you have to be prepared for that one to have it
Yeah.
optimal, you know, with a little bit on the ground, kind of surviving there.
Oh.
Amazing blast everywhere, and some's going to survive. But the theory of blasting it out the way while destroying it at the same time, yeah, it's a solid foundation.
That is definitely like when you mention that, it sounds easier to work with something like this if we just have to work with the variable of getting rid of this like damage field that this produces after. So let's see. I want to hop back on this one and see what we can do. I need another reduce lifetime. Just for trial purposes. Reduce lifetime. We'll grab 2 of them. And throw that on teleport, and then we don't need digging. We have so many diggings. Okay, so... in theory, this should be a really good... like, teleport wand slash... digging wand, but we just need to figure out. Oh, it's suffering from cast delay. Why is that? Oh, because the wand isn't completely fixed, I don't think. This is 33 if we're wrapping around. It should definitely be being being fixed. Oh, is it that strange thing with long distance cast? What do we have to do?
I'm not
Ow!
classing that as two different projectiles. Nah, you're fine.
Oh, no, it's not a castellet. I miss. Okay, so I know I understand completely what's going on. So the stats on this wand should theoretically be fixed like tenfold, because this removes 17 from recharge and 33 from or sorry, 17 from castellet and 33 from recharge. And if we're wrapping into that, then it fixed 66, and that's just this. But the long distance cast has like a animation time, so it
Yeah. Little drill problem.
yeah. So if we reduce the lifetime on this, then it's closer to us. It becomes less safe, but we travel a little bit faster. Oh,
It's good if
pain.
you're not pushing into it, I suppose.
Yeah,
If you just refuse to move and just use the old teleport just to move up and down.
that actually is a pretty good solution.
Yeah, if you know
And
beforehand, you can learn to control these things and kind of create systems of how to exploit them without. Because you'll never rocket into it if you're not projectiling yourself into it.
yeah, you do make a point. Like, oh, unless you're digging down.
Unless you're going downwards, gravity will screw you, as with all gravity-based things.
We've used all our charges. We need to get some
Obviously,
more.
one of the other ways of getting and transmuting things, the chaotic transmutation. I think if you've had any practice with that, with a proddy wand, like luminous drill wand, it's not. It's one way of creating a lot of poly. I've had some runs go south on that one before. Just
Wait, with
prodding
which
around.
one?
True. Chaotic transmutation. I decided to chew
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
fungus and put a chaotic transmutation on the end of my luminous drill and go prodding around because it was nice and trippy. It was a lot of fun. Died though, very
fantastic.
quickly. Yeah, it was
Oh,
great end to a run.
oh, like I love the chain bolt interactions with chaotic transmutation. Like, it's just so neat that there's so many different things that you can do in this game that like we probably haven't even scratched the surface of, which is fantastic. Okay, so what was I gonna do with this one? I think I want to delve into adding another long distance cast, but that wouldn't do much for this one. If we did, we could chain. Ooh, that would get into really, really like questionable territory for how efficient it would be, because you would need a lot of reduced lifetimes. But I want to see if it's like plausible. So let's see something like this. Let's get two more. Yes, I know. It's quite a bit.
Could enough reduced lifetime just see it stop right in front of you?
Uh,
I understand that. How much does it limit the amount you project out through long distance cast?
yes. So, LePunk actually came up with something fucking brilliant. So when he was testing stuff out, and he had a long distance cast, and he was trying to use increased duration, and in theory you should be able to like really rocket this spell forward and teleport wherever. That's true, but it if it doesn't hit a wall or something and it reaches out of your screen, it'll just unload because it reached the chunk, and then it's just like, nope, I'm not gonna load. And we had found out that if you use ping pong, so something that I use to like see the spells is water to poison. And I need to get rid of some of these things. Okay, that should be good. Well, and you can see the trail of long distance cast now with like any particle effect, and you can see where it travels and where it ends, which is super neat. And so you can like track where this is going. So if you use a ping pong path, it'll look something like this.
Huh.
And it was super neat. We'd found out I think you need 3 ping pong paths to get in and out of the temple like solid without like any other things, or if you use like increased duration with like heavy trail or heavy shot, you can use it. It's super neat, but so the longer this is in the air though, the less time we will fly. So maybe I'm thinking in the wrong path. Instead of trying to decrease the cast of this, just make it long enough to cast this and then us to teleport in it. Ooh.
It's going to be a sweet spot, isn't there? Where you've got it out in the smoke in front of you enough that you couldn't possibly, without using gravity, or even with gravity, fall into it.
Yeah, I think that's the best solution. So let's actually take these off
And
because
wherever you're pointing would be rendered safe.
Yeah. So let's
Not just in poly, but with all things, technically. Because if you're hitting enemies with it, then they're changing, aren't they?
Yep. Everything that this touches is mortared. Ow, that hurt. Wait, why did that hurt? That should have been gone.
It's possibly a teleportation, isn't it?
Ooh, maybe touch of smoke is affected by how long the long distance cast is in the air. Okay. We teleported like instantly then. Am I reading something wrong? This
Is it looping it so it's doing the teleport and then the touch of cast straight afterwards? So you're teleporting and then it fires in 2 different ways because of a loop. It fires the initial and then it fires the kind of looped version. Then it rotates possibly back to the original version and loops between 2 different setups. But the same one because it's looped.
I think you're correct.
I have no idea. This is beyond my. This is just a theoretical kind of complete shot in the dark for myself. But it sounds theoretically possible.
I definitely see what you're saying. How can we?
You have to change the just. You have to somehow make it fire everything once, and then have that second. You don't. Well, you might have to compromise actually, like looping the wand.
Yeah. Actually, let's keep the variables the same and just remove the double.
Well, then, if you just could it be possibly just shooting one projectile, removing cast delay from it, so you can keep all those mana charges? Is that the objective?
I think the objective was to like machine gun it, but like since you're gonna be machine gunning it, and this costs 230 mana.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah,
to have any sort of continuity.
Possibly. Okay. Wait, this isn't casting. Okay, so now it's separate and we're not dying. So it is the double cast that is definitely murdering us. This is kind of neat.
Teleporting into my hole. Pure safety. Until a worm gets you.
Or until we drown to death. Help! We've made poor life decisions. Fresh air. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, because you're in smoke. That makes so much sense.
we could do it with gold. That's probably actually a safer. Oh, we can't actually teleport.
Wouldn't a liquid? Hold on, let's open the wiki. Find some touches of.
There's touch of.
No, it's not. It's a circle of water, not touch of. I need to look at the right thing.
Here's the touch ofs. Touch of blood, gold, oil, smoke, water. Spirits, and
because
water.
If you turn a liquid into a liquid, like say polymorph into another liquid, it's gonna be rendered completely safe. And if you actually had, you could build a setup for this with well, you could just accept a little bit of drowning now and again, or you could take, breathless, faster swimming.
odds are, if like you have this build, you have late game perks. Like you're set up, you're traveling around, you just want the safest means to travel because polymorph is god run enders, and like where is our polymorph? I know I made a vat of it over here, so I'll just go over here.
Well, in a lot of water, if you've got all that sweet water setup, you've got unlimited levitation in the water itself. If you think about it, you're just going to fall very fast as well.
What is going on here? Why is the water like different? I don't know if that means anything or if like strange. But yeah, and the water even like rests on this one weird. Oh, that is so strange. It's like the purest water. We have some poor decisions here. I don't know what I think I'm a worm. I'm something. I don't know what I was, but we somehow lived. All right,
Living
so
your best life. In the lava.
don't use the polymorph over lava until you finally have like a good build. Noted. So we'll go over to our vat. I didn't learn. I definitely died before doing that exact same thing. Okay, so just to make sure this turns into water, right? I don't know what cast it's on. Let's reset it. Okay. Water? Yes. Oh, it stays there too.
It's always just the circle as well. It doesn't have any kind of widespread changes.
Ooh,
which always makes for mistakes if you're moving about. Not just teleporting to the direction of the actual spot of the water.
I don't think it affects the range of it actually when I cast it here. That looks the same, just to make sure. Yeah, that looks the same. If we could like increase this, ooh. Oh, but then we're delving past the whole issue of teleporting into this while it's being made to like kill yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's enough on that one. I'll think of something else that we could do with that, but let's go back into the flamethrower build, see if we can make that relatively safe. So let's go to.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting concept, though. Actually, it's changing everything in front of you. Depends if you could actually set up you'd need a perfect one for it, where you set up multiple different layers of water being shot out at different durations.
Yeah, like
so 3 stages in front of you are turned into water, just kind of very close together. It'd be just somehow miraculous of a build if it could be actually possible.
I definitely think it's possible. I just don't know how yet.
It's just a serious amount of mana you need for the touch off to get 3 of them or even 2 of them running like together at the same time.
Yeah.
At 2 different distances.
You'd have to first you have to straddle the fact that it insta kills you, and then after you get over that, then you have to work with wrapping the wand to get the manas, because currently this wand has 30, 60, 90, 120, so 240. Christ, I am bad at math. Like
360 wrapped, isn't it?
It's
180
something
on the singles. But if you wrap it, doesn't it double?
Yes. So 30.
It should be 360.
Yeah, you're right. Christ, I'm bad at math.
I'm bad at math as well. It's just I happen to be on that one.
Okay, so I don't think we can decrease the duration of this substantially enough to get rid of the particles altogether. So that's perfectly fine. This should, though, remove... Oh, we need it to blow up instantly, though. So we have to have 2? Or maybe because it was traveling... Yeah, we have to have 2 on here. So for this build, you'd have reduced lifetime. You'd have to have 4 of them, and then you need a ground to sand also. Ground to sand.
And especially since you can get ground to sand infinite, that might be our best approach here. Actually, just turn it into sand and blowing it up.
Yes.
Mainly because the area influence is actually... It can be a bit greater depending on the type of magic you use. Use a black hole with it. I know that's limited in every instance, but the amount of sand you can make and the kind of big hole you can make to either side of the black hole as it pokes through, like a timed luminous drill as well, poking, making a big kind of hole with it.
You do mention like black hole, and with even though matter eater, oh no, that doesn't work with polymorph. So with chain bolt you can make matter eater unlimited, but matter eater doesn't work on polymorphine. If it did, oh, I'd be all on that. That would be the easiest build of my life, but unfortunately it doesn't. What do we need? We needed triple cast, so we can wrap this properly. Triple spell. Why is it called triple spell? Oh, sorry.
Well, if you're just to get, say, an energy orb with glass cannon, like, it feels explosive, but it's just a shockwave, not a real explosion. Like, if you're just to shoot that, even with glass cannon, an energy orb into poly, it'll just disperse it everywhere, so actual explosive force is probably most likely required.
Yeah, you know what? Would this... Okay, let's not wrap it, because I don't want to teleport into it, even though I'm pretty safe. Oh, that makes a mess and a half. It just shoots it everywhere. Let's try it again, just for science sakes. We are sheep.
If it deletes it, then it just comes down to shooting rapidly enough in all general directions, just to get rid of it.
I think with fire thrower or flamethrower, that was the whole gist. But
yeah,
let me wrap it again. You know what? A good test. Why don't we... we have recoil, I think, from the flamethrower, so let me fix that up. Nope. Coil. Dampener. There's here. Okay. It's definitely not ideal, but... Let's see
what goes wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what we can work with.
And if you do get turned into a sheep and you go for a big gulp of it, say you're exploding it, the fact you got turned in the first place means there's liquid around. Means if you stop shooting as soon as possible, you might still have liquid on your cape. If it's not flammable, then it's surely protecting you from water. A little bit. Saying that if you've turned, then you lose a cape, so...
Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, oh, do sheep keep, like, liquid effects? Because then...
If only.
Yeah.
Well, if you jump back into the poly, you should be saved from the fire, shouldn't you?
Ooh, you know, with... You were messing with, freaking, what's that? Transmutation, chaotic transmutation. With that, it does have the benefit of after you make something into like something, it'll always be that. Oh, but you would have to.
Because I'm sure I prodded things several times.
Oh, sorry.
Changing them.
Sorry, I'm I'm not really like clearing up what I mean. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, go for it.
So, we're going to make what's your favorite projectile? There's a lot of them.
And energy orb.
Energy orb.
It's just a good all round, you know.
All right, so we're going to do 3, and I think it is 1 increased duration.
Of course, in reality, a nuke is a projectile, so I'd normally choose that. Don't worry, but gotta be sensible here, you know.
Yeah, we're trying to make a good alternative. We also need boomerang. Oh, that's not right. Ink boomerang.
I think the problem with the chaotic transmutation, if you're making several liquids in one small area, getting polyd and then making lava, and then having that dunk on you, or some other flammable liquid that is near lava gets set on fire. It's just
Yeah.
a big kind of circle of fire and poly. That's what it
Yeah.
generally turns into.
But
Still fun though.
if you do find a coup, then I feel like this would be really good. I don't even know what stats this has. It should be able to fire off. How much? 80, 10, 40. Yes, it should be able to fire off. We'll get it some mana too. Oop, flask. Manner. I wish you could summon in a coup. I want to have a coup. Okay. Oh, is it going to change this? I think it might.
If you stood near it. Boomerang.
It's not... Oh, because I don't even have orb. Do you like us firing this wand with no spells on it? Oh, Christ. Okay. Oh, that was super quick. So if you had a coup, you could bring this with you, and it'll always create brass no matter where you go. As long as it's this one. This Infiniwisp is brass specific, and it should... how do we get out of brass? Oh, it doesn't transmute polymorphine, though. Damn. Oh, that would have been such a good solution. Dang. I also don't know how we didn't die, to be honest. Oh, because we had saving grace. Wait, how didn't we die? We were just lucky. Because that orb hit us while we were a sheep. Huh.
Shouldn't it turn off at the moment you become? Because the wand goes as well.
So with... No. Infiniwisp are super neat. They'll stay and attract to, like... How do I describe it? So the projectile will always be there no matter if you have the wand or not. So like if we get another one, we could just yeet the wand on the ground and it would always still be there. And it'll still follow us and everything like that. This
Could
one
you make
makes
multiples
water.
of these on one wand, flowing you around with 2 different liquids? Or...
Yeah. You could definitely do that. And
because if it did change to poly, that'd be excellent.
we have acid and water on us, so we got...
Well, that's one way to die.
Yeah. Does acid actually get rid of it? I don't think it does. It's kind of hard to tell without jumping into it. I don't think so.
Definitely changed it. Well, it definitely changed it by...
Oh, I wish chaotic transmutation changed polymorph, but it doesn't. So that's actually a good finding. Now we know that we don't have to like use that to test with and stuff like that. So
how would that be with frozen, the frozen perk?
with everything on it.
We'll leave it a perk and a spell, just constantly solidifying around you. That'd be kind of annoying. It's getting cased every time.
Say hello to our other ones after we get this one set. If we can, that is. What's the issue? Castelli's the issue. So we could just pair this all with a chainsaw. Let's do that. Because I am way too slow. Or way too impatient. Oh, now we run out of mana. Let's just drink this. We have made our tomb. Oh, it's just like encasing us. What a great little awful pet. Alright, let's get the other ones.
Oh, dear me. I was about to say this could turn into quite a nice modded pain in the ass. Have 2 of these for you while they're freezing around you. You've got to run away from them constantly. Or do you just do something like this to you?
Oh yeah, one of them's changing it to ground to sand, and then the other one's changing it into like a liquid or something. I don't even know. So many. You guys go down there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. God dang it. I hate trying to lose them because it's so difficult. Oh, wait. If we just had invisibility with these ones, I think it should not follow us. Where is perks? Invisibility. Oh, invisibility. Okay. So since they're not damaging us or anything like that. Oh, did they already stop following us? Okay. Yeah, you guys stay over there. Oh, does invisibility proc instantly when you pick it up? I guess.
It shouldn't actually be active since you got your cape moist. Unless
Oh!
you bypasses drinking.
So since it's toxic sludge, and we're toxic sludge immune, then it pretty much allows us to go invisible until we touch water, which one of them makes. So we'll just hover here and then actually, you know, we'll drop them off a little bit higher so that they don't annoy us. There you go. You guys go have fun. Okay.
No, there are two different kind. When you drink mana and when you got it on your cape, there's one just count down seconds and the other one is a percentage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So we'll just sit in our brass prison. What else can we do? Oh, I wish polymorphine was a little less fickle, but then it really wouldn't be polymorphine. Like, it wouldn't be a hazard anymore if it was just super easy to work with. So we could use flamethrower, even though it's not too great. I don't really know how to build on flamethrower. We could
you get enough damage resistance that you could actually withstand the Giga Black Hole and just have a few of those for you on a repetitive one. Just eating up everything as you go. If you can't like destroy it.
I believe you can. Let me make sure that Giga Black Hole removes polymorphine before diving down that rabbit hole. But let's see. Let's get. Sure, we'll have reduced lifetime on it. That should be good. Oh. Rinse me off. Nope. Almost had it. That's so weird. We like sit in the background. Okay, whatever. We'll just wait. Oh, we're gonna drown. We're gonna drown in brass. Actually, can we drown as... Okay. We'll test that after.
I assume you can. It's moving it about. I don't know whether about it's destroying it.
That looks extremely dangerous. Like, it destroys it, but after like flinging it around you and just...
There's definitely less of it now. That's definitely like, at least a partial mission accomplished.
Here, one sec. I want to see if we can drown. Ah, we can't.
Shoot me, can. Yeah.
Okay. It's just weird that we appear in front of it and Mina appears behind it, but... So...
You can see it just float around.
It looks super neat. I wanna try stuff, but I also don't. We could just revert the save. So let's see. Oh, I think as soon as it's grabbed, that it's rendered useless. Ooh. I think you're onto something. Because if, let's just say we use one right here, and then we hop in. Yeah, we're not being transformed, and it's clearly grabbed. Ooh, there was some sitting there, though. So
Safe from other projectiles to get sucked in, then? Well, anything that's in its sphere of influence, is that rendered then just non-damaging?
Yeah, that's a good question. Here, we need some more... we have lava over there. I don't want to test in lava because that's just
obviously this is for the massively late game when you've got the health that can absorb a black hole.
Yeah,
and you know, looking for that poly. The poly is the only thing that can kill you.
Whoa! Did you see the flask?
Yeah.
That was super neat. Whoa! It's like rainbow colored and stuff. What? That's super pretty. What? Is this still rainbowed? Where is it? Oh! What happened down here? What was I doing?
Well, you created a water orb, didn't you? So.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't see any more rainbow. We can just create polymorphine down here, though. Let's do flask. Chaotic. Magical liquid. 1, 2, or 3? 1. Nope. Plasma. I don't know what that is. 2. Nope. 3. Nope. Did I spell chaotic wrong? I definitely did. I'm just dumb. That's okay. We kind of muddied the test a little bit, but if we just overwhelm it with chaotic polymorphine, then we'll be able to test it anyway. Okay. And
Gunpowder trail. Could you shoot out gunpowder trail ahead of you while popping it? Sufficiently enough, as long as it was popping as soon as it was made.
Ooh.
If you were drilling.
That
was just being spewed out in front of you everywhere. Because gunpowder has such magical properties of destruction.
Does it?
For how little of stuff it is.
Like, I haven't really done much with gunpowder trail, and it kind of seems like one of those things that has like a hidden property. Like maybe it can absorb stuff. Let's try that real quick. Can it absorb? No.
I'm just getting into gunpowder for its facility to kill the first mini boss in the pyramid.
Okay.
Like, it's just beautiful to find, and it breaks like terrain, sets things on fire, has a bit of an explosive property.
Yeah, that is true.
That's from the flask, though, I should say. Maybe not
the actual
spell.
Yeah.
But if you manage to set the gunpowder on fire, I assume it would spark just as much, especially if it's kind of spread out around some poly.
Ooh.
You just need a way of actually producing it in front of you. Constantly while exploding.
Oh, you know what I never see, and why I've ruled it out is soil, chunk of soil. I never see this. I don't even know if it's in an orb. I don't think it is, but
nah, it's just shot at you one like water.
Ah, lame. I know explosion works on this one. It makes it a lot bigger. Bah. But oh,
it does kind of sink into it. You're gonna drown. Saying that, if you were then destroying that, it gives you more time to destroy the polymorphine, separates it out. You know what I mean?
Oh, if you're rapid firing this, how much does this cost? This is 5?
At the same time.
Ooh.
It disperses all the poly into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it pushes it to the side. And if you're exploding your way through that, then hey,
hey, that's pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
We need.
Wow, that looks spectacular.
We need some more explosions. Explode. Oh wait, why don't I just take one from? Oh, because we need as many as we can get. Throw one on here, and we'll throw some extras down here. Okay. So we should be able to clear it and teleport-ish. No. So how can we make a spot for us to teleport? We need like digging blast now. Oh, we need like
increased duration. Just get out a little bit ahead of it.
Ooh.
It wouldn't be too bad if you weren't going ahead of the soil and you were still destroying some of it.
What's the issue?
And if it did sort the poly out, the explosion wouldn't matter. But you need to be sorting out the poly out.
Oh, because this is on this. We need a quad cast then. Spells. Quad. Quad. Spell. Throw this right here. There we go. We moved. What's
slower, huh?
What is the issue though? I think teleport's getting lodged, or there's too much soil being made. It looks super pretty. Stop. Stay on the rock. How can we... double cast. I think double cast is the only thing we're missing, because right when we didn't have the double cast, it was reading that this was casting the thing to clear out the area.
No.
But then teleport was being cast into like the side of this. So I think that might work. We're moving. And I'm opening flask of polymorph. Oh snap, we made poor life decisions. We're gonna drown. No. How much health do sheep have? 5? Unfortunate. That's okay. I need to close it so I can revert save. Ooh, I think we're onto something though. So,
You'd need to always push it to the side, so it needs to be thick enough, so you need to be firing it fast enough with explosive as well.
Yeah.
Slowing you, it needs to kind of slow you down enough that it kind of allows you to deal with the problem. Bit of a convoluted way around it, but if you know where you're going through some fungals.
Yeah.
Might save your life.
Like we were opening flask with it and not being affected by it. So I think it's like on the tip of our tongues on how to make it fully safe. It's just we need to finesse it a little bit. So let's hop back in, and we'll spend like 4 or 5 more minutes on this, and then we'll test some other things. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so we can keep all these. We don't need these. You know what? I'm going to clear my inventory a bit because I have way too much stuff. Throw that there.
Yeah, you kind of got blind to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of gubbins. Ooh, I think maybe, because we didn't have the reduced lifetimes on, maybe making the teleport instant would also help. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So we need...
Give it some trial and error.
Yeah. We need a quad. And then we need soil. And then we need explosion. All right. Throw this on here. Throw this up here. Oh wait, do we even need a quad? I don't think we need a quad. We can just do it with a... Oh, because this isn't casting long distance. We need a long distance somewhere. Right here. This one should work. And that should be semi-good.
Ground to sand on it. That's actually not so bad. Well, it does push it away. Are you getting blocked in though?
I'm getting stuck on something, so it's not good for
maybe it's heading downward. Yeah.
What?
How about putting some regular explosive on there instead of just a firecracker, like digging thing, like an actual tangible explosion? I know they kind of simulate it regardless, but having
Explosive?
it comprised of the soil attack at the same time, if you separated the two, instead of having the modifier to explode the soil.
Oh, I understand.
Maybe have an explosion. Yeah, even an energy orb. Yeah, check that out. That'd be really cool. Maybe even just doing a little bit of work here and there.
We're getting real stuck in it. Okay, let me make a little pocket so we stop drowning. Okay. So... maybe this isn't... let's remove ground to sand. Maybe that's the variable that's causing it to act funny. It's making it sand and then it's blowing it up. Soil should be removed just as easy, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. You are making more, however, every time you explode it, so it probably just gets to a kind of equilibrium.
Yeah.
Where it just kind of makes too much and then it can't make any more, so you can't escape.
Ooh.
So you need a way of slowing both the soil down, but increasing your explosive.
I think if we... Well, it's the same issue with the touch of, like, anything.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe? No. I just got lucky on those first like three casts. Okay, so we don't want a machine gun. Got it. We'll just take that off for right now, and we'll take this variable off because that's clearly not doing anything either. So if we slow cast this, oh, that's our problem. The teleport is going off too quick. So if we remove these,
How about well, do you have explosive on the teleport itself? Or could you fire it off beforehand at the exact location it's going to land? Clear it, because if you're doing the soil route next year, if you then launch an explosive at that location the teleport's going to be at, it's going to clear it for the next round, maybe.
Oh.
Synchronization's a bitch on it.
Yeah. It's... If we do... We need like a delay in between. Maybe... Long distance cast. No, if it's off of this. Let's try something like this. Do we have another? Yes, right here. Oh, this doesn't even explode. This, sure.
Could you do anything with a gunpowder arc? With this?
Oh, that won't work like that. Oh, sorry. Gunpowder arc?
Gunpowder arc, if you're firing out somehow 2 projectiles instead of 1, to do anything, and having gunpowder in the middle. I'm just trying to think about how to create more destruction in the soil.
Yeah.
To kind of free a teleport. Piercing?
You can make it extremely
Makes it kind of slow
dangerous
through the projectile. Ooh, avoiding arc or something like that.
We'll grab an avoiding arc. Avoiding.
Maybe even a flowing arc. Might just go straight to the center.
Ooh.
Well, the top or fresh.
Like, what's that one that makes it shoot directly up? Like, up cast?
Yeah, avoiding arc makes it go upwards, I think.
Fly upwards, maybe after, and just
like
like
right, that one, yeah.
Pops you above it. Oh, and if we had like a ping pong trail. God, what are we making?
Well, if you had a ping pong trail and you managed to make the actual trail itself explosive, say you put gunpowder arc on it, and then had some sort of fire attached to it, exploding the gunpowder as it goes.
Ooh. We're running out of room. I think we can take one off safely and still have this be as useful as it is. Let me try something real quick like this.
Explosive bounce.
Get
I don't know what's bouncing. But...
Explosive bounce. Ooh, actually, that actually might be a good solution too. I know bounce interacts strange with like tentacle and stuff, so maybe it interacts strange with teleport too. We need this. Okay. No, we need a double cast. So we'll try this jank idea first. Okay, I don't even know what I expected, but it definitely wasn't that. So we'll just pretend that never happened. All right, so if we had 2 teleports, we could make it extremely destructive. Oh, but I don't know if it'll last long enough with reduced lifetime.
And I might want to start outside the soil because you're technically, if you're building a wand to not get in that situation in the first place, you're testing it in wrong conditions.
Yeah, that is true.
You never should get there in the first place with a good wand. But if you're there with a good one might not sort it out. There might not be a solution to where you are.
Yeah,
there might be a solution to not getting there in the first place.
That is true. Okay, all right. Leave this abomination. This is a pretty open area. Okay. All right. So we'll leave soil off for now while we test this stuff. Where is our other teleport? So we have This should create like a little arc, right? No, because it's not spread out enough.
The arc is one of those, along with gunpowder. I think might just destroy the poly anyway. But if you're coming at it from different angles, like you're coming from below, and the poly just seeps down on top of you, it's one that
Ooh,
really doesn't get solved.
yeah. Does electric arc remove polymorph? That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure the explosive might push it around, but
I think pentacast would be. Don't throw TNT at me. That's very rude. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna test this on you. Do we have explosive? We do on the drill. Oh, because it's wrapping around and grabbing these explosives too. Oh, we've made quite a bit of a mess that needs cleaning up. Okay, let's remove a lot of stuff. So we need. We'll just have digging blasts so that this has something to grab and so that we don't have to mess with it. If we let's just grab spread. Spread shot. No. Double spread. Double scatter. There you go. That's what that thing's called. And then we have this. Let's take these off. So this should arc.
yeah.
Okay. It looks super neat. Super pretty.
Well, it's this kind of secondary characteristic of the arc which makes it explode, not necessarily during its regular flight. It's like when it bounces off something, or it's mostly pronounced in liquids. If you hit water with the arc, you notice it, especially if you've got a kind of sustain on your projectile, it kind of just falls down the water, kind of popping and popping and popping in the water itself.
Yeah, I have noticed that. Let me see if I can get one in here. I need long distance cast on this so we can.
Yeah.
Christ. Let's start drilling.
Especially if that did destroy poly and it was firing out ahead of you, always. Like where you were gonna be, as long as it didn't chill too much.
As long as. So as long as you don't touch it, you're perfectly fine. Oh, can you increase the amount it explodes? I don't think you can because it's a modifier, but let's see. No, unfortunately. Okay, let's give gunpowder trail or gunpowder arc a little.
Yeah, trying to delete lava before with gunpowder. Back down there, hell.
Yeah.
Trying all sorts, using acid, using gunpowder, just to try and remove, like, essentially, try and find a wholesale way of removing it, apart from just, freezing obsidian, water, lava to blood, that kind of thing, and then digging through it.
Yeah.
There is no wholesale way, though, apparently. Not an easy one.
Polymorphine is a pain in the ass. Okay. Let's try gunpowder trail and lighting it on fire. Maybe if you do double cast. Oh, we're out of space. We can keep 2 teleports. Okay. Oh, Christ.
Does something.
It makes a, like, spectacular explosion. Like, it just shoots everything everywhere. Oh, that's super neat. So they're not, like, actual particles. They're just stuff falling or flying, like debris. Neat.
Interesting to see the difference between, say, the actual gunpowder from the spell and the gunpowder from potions, since it automatically combusts.
Yeah. The like spell that would be closest to that is Firecracker.
Yeah.
Because maybe that has different properties. Were you able to remove Polymorphine with like firecracker or anything, or you weren't
I actually
able to
haven't tried.
test, or not firecracker with the gunpowder flask.
No, not that I've
Okay.
tried specifically. Again, it's more just seeing its actual properties of destruction and having it as easy access. Especially when it comes to a trail, it's a potion. You've got the firecracker kind of version of it, and explosions in general. If they were to do a job, then it's possibly because you've got explosion immunity, normally quite ready.
Yeah.
Maybe it's destroyed. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's just kind of
I think it's
spread.
because of the fire. Can we what's a really fiery spell? Like what creates a lot of
Meteor.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
We've
You
had
know,
always cast meteors before.
I
And
am
they're very cool.
definitely a fan. That is actually really smart. I'm pretty sure meteor is going to be more effective than flamethrower, and if we throw explosive projectile on it, ooh, that is a good suggestion. 10 out of 10.
It's basically the ultimate fiery explosive projectile that doesn't wreck you. I like kind of holy hand grenade or nuke.
Yeah.
It's pretty safe. Yeah, pretty explosive.
Okay, how do we... Okay, don't long distance cast it. Oh, it's double long distance casting it too. That's probably why. Let's go to our other testing area since there's barely any here. Oh. Reduce lifetime on it so that it explodes immediately. So it can... That is not immediate.
I think it destroyed it.
I think it
Definitely
is.
destroying lava.
So, how do we make this blow up quicker? If we... What if... My tiny little brain... Here, do
How
that.
do you mean blow up quicker? Do you mean produce more of them, or just detonate it? Oh yeah, that's cool. That is really cool.
Wow! We
So
just, like, removed
just
all of it. Oh.
yeah, just essentially have it self detonate on you. Have your, if you could make a very short teleporting wand within your sphere of influence constantly, that you could also dig through hard rock.
Okay, let's make this rapid fire crap. My tiny little
You
brain
could
doesn't...
easily shorten the teleport just to be short and sweet bursts while you exploded. That look really cool. Just traveling through the explosive.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm pretty sure this actually will work really well. It's gonna be
Yeah,
obnoxious. We can actually
Meteor's done
pick
us good
these.
service before. It's
Meteor
been
is
really cool.
top notch. It is such an like underused spell because like mainly when a new player would pick it up, they'd see 500 damage. Yo, I ain't touching that thing, but it doesn't even do damage to you. It's so neat. I love it. Oh. All right, so that should be good. We need to what are we missing? We're missing too many casts. We need to throw just 2 of these up there. That should be good. I think that's rapid fire.
Soil? Do we need soil?
That is not rapid fire. Why? Oh, because this isn't on a trigger. What am I missing? Being dumb somewhere. We don't need this either. The soils to blow up the meteor on top of us. We could use something else, but I figured since we have soil
I
on
guess.
us.
Do you need the reduced spread?
We don't
Probably
need
not doing
that.
anything, but
Yeah, it doesn't add stuff. It just makes it shoot true. We need to fix cast delay. I think I've set it up better now. Oh, no. It wasn't cast delay. I always fucking keep confusing it. So there's 3 variables on a teleport wand now. So there's recharge time, there's cast delay, and then there's the goddamn long distance cast. Long distance cast is the stupid little dickhead that is giving us the undesired effect. Okay, so soil is actually taking the properties of these, so let's not use soil. What else can we use? What can make this blow up in front of our face?
just a simple liquid modifier. Well, not a
Oh,
modifier, but just the
material.
water. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
like water, cement, blood, acid. Well, maybe not acid. Oil will be a good one. It'll burn even more. Hey.
Okay, it is not blowing up in front of us. It is doing its job. Oh, it's
One
not
thing
doing its
I was
job.
about to say, what could you actually charge into poly?
Wait.
To be fair, everything around you is probably dead, and you didn't die.
Well,
So
if you're in New Game Plus, like 9, there's high probability that stuff is going to live this
you've got a point.
destruction. So it wasn't actually the meteor that was causing it to destroy the polymorphine, I don't think. Oh, it was. No, it looks like it's just blasting it around. Huh. Let me spawn in some more
I
flasks.
think it just takes a few explosions to get rid of the little remnants. Unless it is one of the modifiers doing its job as well as.
Okay. So, yeah, I think it was the soil actually doing that. So, if we have just a happy medium, let's say 2 explosion, and the meteor clears up the chunk of soil, but the chunk of soil eats the polymorphine. Ooh.
Very nice. Not perfect yet, but
Other than blowing up that flask, that's this one's getting real close to like perfect. We'll definitely have to dive more into that. Let me make it rapid fire, and we'll just clear up the rest of this, and we'll make this ground to sand because we want to teleport through it. Where is our ground to sand? It's right here. Okay.
now see if you can make it optimal and do a luminous drill, poke through terrain, or just explode any type of terrain, and get a teleport to shoot through those tiny holes. You make for a really smooth transport through biomes. This is looking good enough at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is pretty optimal. But then again, you have to find chunk of soil, and I've yet to see chunk of soil on my 100% run. So
Really?
there's that. Yeah,
I've faced chops quite a bit. It annoys me, to be honest.
Yo, I want it. I want to build with it. I want like that and cement and stuff. But no, it's like, oh, here you go. Here's another spark bolt. Here's another. Like, I don't even know. It gives me just random stuff. All right, so we spent a little bit longer, but this is pretty good. I would definitely trust this. We need to fix the mana
It's where you
issue.
should be looking anyway, in a certain direction. Explosions, not fire. Don't try and burn it. Probably don't try and prod past it. Just explode out of the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna be wanting something like this anyway for later game. Some sort of rapid, like transportation, some sort of explosion everywhere. Save you from everything, apart from yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel comfortable using this wand around lava polymorph. Like, that says something. It's not ideal, like, it's not perfect. Like, you'd have to throw more manas on and stuff like that to make sure it keeps rapid firing, but like, it is getting somewhere, and you could cut corners somewhere else, but that is super neat. I'm glad we came up with that.
Well, that's contextual
fantastic.
as well. Sometimes you'll be going upwards, and if it doesn't destroy it, it'll blow it out of the way of you. If you're going down into a big pool of it, then maybe it's on you to slow down and recognize you're dunking into a big pool of possibly dangerous liquid to back up on and go slowly with. But for destroying large amounts of polymorphine, that's got to be a good trick.
Oh, fantastic idea. All right. Now that we've... I just love it so much. Like, I see polymorphine, I'm like, delete. Hit the delete wand.
Well, meteor and lava there seem to not like each other either.
I'm
Like,
just choking him.
using meteor to destroy lava to get to hell might not be the best idea, but
I think it's the chunk of soil actually. The chunk of soil. So the main thing on this one is the chunk of soil. Even though the meteor is super nice on clearing it, the meteor is definitely necessary. But I'm pretty sure you could swap it out for like a digging blast, and it does the same.
I know what I
Oh,
mean, yeah. Oh, it literally is just so. Oh,
ooh.
soaking it up.
So maybe we found
Sorry,
our
this is a chunk,
solution.
guys.
It might not just be meteor. It's just that we need to.
Could you expand that area of influence, like the actual radius of its,
Yeah.
Could you get a load of chunk of soils, get a really inaccurate one, and have it just splash 5 of them or 6 of them all around you constantly, rapidly? Probably make a bit too much soil again, but just to cover all sides at all times.
Ooh.
The ultimate poly.
I like with
British.
like behind your back or whatever.
Yeah.
Another chunk of soil.
To your
Ooh.
side, up front.
Just everywhere. Pentacast a chunk of soil on you. We have
Well,
72
for any
gold.
liquid, you could turn the lake into, you know, your own personal garden.
Yeah, there you go.
That's irrigation. The opposite variety. That's just silly. I know I'm getting to hell next time.
All right. Let me. Christ, I can't even. My poor computer. Now I need to make a wand. I need to build on. Oh man, I hope they yell at me whenever they're in stream. Whoever told me to make a golden wand, but I need to work on that idea more because I really want to make that work. I want to make a rapid fire like teleport wand that you teleport into like a solid chunk of gold that you've made and stuff like that. But
Huh.
okay, so for right now, let's if you have a few more minutes, let's see.
I'm cool.
Let's go test. Oh crap. Let me, since we haven't mastered how to make this really good yet, we're just going to fall back on one of my just like, what is it called? Quick travel wands. Ooh, I think we just need to do this there. That should be good. Okay. So we'll go down to the dragon and we'll see if they're immune to like slicing and stuff and whatnot.
Well, dragon's always one that is very, very, very varied in how threatening it appears.
Yeah, like I made the mistake. I was like, oh, I have a lot of health. I'll go fight the dragon, and it one shot me.
Again, its amount of damage it can do is ridiculous, but the amount of ease you can kill it is ridiculous as well.
Yeah,
It's a really diverse boss fight. Perfect.
With the dragon, I tried some. Ooh, how do we do this? I want to clear. We should have more than just one wand to test with, so let me clear off some of this.
Because we know the old freeze and kick still stands, even though I was told quite a while ago they shut that off, but obviously not. Since I did it the other day. Just
Yeah.
freeze, kick, and alright.
Someone
lied to me.
It's so hard finding, like, information on this, like, game, and then, like, how it's spread. Like, something that's incorrect. I feel so bad still. Like, I had a mod on that when I picked up, Edit Wands Nowhere, like, it kept stains on me. So, Edit Wands Nowhere, I had jumped into Polymorphy, and I'm like, wait, it's a hidden trait of Edit Wands Nowhere that you don't get polymorphed. And then I told Dunk told everyone, and then like I come to find out like, wait, it's not working the same. What happened? And I'm like, oh no. But either way. So let's grab some slicey things. Giga Disc is always a good slicey one. Well, actually, I think, oh, I'm typing this in Flask, aren't I think Alias pointed out that Gigadisc, the only slicing part of it is the 15 damage, not the Gigadisc itself. So like the
Huh.
outer ring does slicing damage, but the inner ring does the projectile damage. So I guess, well, we could still use it and test it. Could you don't? This guy. All right. What's another one? I had success with Tentacler, but that's possibly because I used the intense concentrated light bug and just spawned a billion of them in the dragon, and that killed it. But maybe
Can you just see if acid it or something like that? Like, say, create a hole, go in the hole, launch a sea of acid on top of the egg,
Ooh,
have it just drown, essentially immediately. Is
that's
it that lack of resistance to elemental? I know freezing isn't really well. It could be an element.
let's do Circle of Acid because I feel like that's a little bit more controlled, and you could throw
You're
that
right there.
on a like line. Well, let's use a trigger. What's a good trigger? We'll use Orb as a trigger.
It does fly up quite erratically sometimes.
As far as a circle.
No, the actual dragon itself.
Oh yes, yeah. Um,
Sometimes it's a bit feisty.
hmm. It does say it does projectile damage, but Tentacle is really good against the boss, so I would assume it does slicing damage. I don't know. Do
It
you still have
penetrates.
the? Do you still have
Oh, is it the
the
timed one penetrates? I don't know if that makes a difference.
the 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 one with timer triggers multiple things. So like it has piercing on it innately. It's just like I don't even know. Arrow? I think Arrow has
Hmm.
a piercing on it. So let's so this should do it doesn't say how much damage it does. By chance, do you still have the wiki up?
I do.
Could you
Oh,
tell me
scroll. I have no idea. I see it.
how much tentacle does?
20, I believe.
Okay.
That's what it says. Oh no, that's uses. Actually, it just says uses. It doesn't actually. Hold on, uses. I found my damages. You're not getting away from me now. I don't think it actually has any. No, it doesn't have any information.
Okay.
Infinity. Why is that 20 there? No, it's 0.65 Castello recharge time. What's that 20 referring to? Oh no, that's mana drain. No, it's got nothing about damage, unfortunately. I'll
Okay.
click on it, see what happens.
No worries. So let's see if we had like a reference point. I'm just gonna fire one tentacle. Oh crap! I could not see that. It looked like it hit 20, so I'm pretty sure it just hits 20, and I don't think it does increase damage to it. Okay. What has slicing on it? Disc have slicing on it. Disc spells. Disc. So these ones should do 20. Oh, I could not see that. I should have screen capped it. Or not screen capped it. Whatever the replay is.
Well, you can't teleport this dude, can you? He hasn't got a liquid cape.
I actually don't know if the dragon can
Displace
be
him.
stained.
Displace him with the circular displacement. Get him out.
Yeah. Wait, yo, I want to try that now. Where's circle displacement? Oh, it dropped down. Can you be
I'll
gone?
teleport you as well if you do it without a trigger.
Oh,
Did he? I think that was you.
I
Maybe
think
not.
he left as well. I don't know where. Oh, how? Okay, we need a trigger. I keep. It's just dumb. Okay, where is he?
I think he did. That is awesome.
That is fantastic. Oh, that is the best find ever. Be gone.
Awesome.
Well, I don't know if you're just creating problems for yourself after, because then after it's done teleporting, it could like teleport on you or something. But
You could just surround yourself with displacements. So if you didn't have melee immunity, for instance, just surround yourself and then take pot shots from that surrounding safety. But you had, well, he still can shoot at you, but maybe you can get behind some cover, so he can never actually get into your cover. But you can take pot shots at him.
I think I keep teleporting into circle of displacement, and so I kept teleporting around and I couldn't move. Where does he get affected from? I think it's his head.
Yeah.
No, we like shot him in the butthole and he teleported. Oh yeah, like
Has that one honestly never been found before? I'm sure someone's got to have done that. I mean, I just thought of it just by looking at a wiki. Or while watching the boss fight. Someone's got to have done that before.
No, I'm saying, we don't know like anything about this game, even though we think we do. We know nothing. I bet you're the first one to like come up with that. I love this so much. I'm just gonna keep teleporting him around. All right. No more funs and games. Can we get him out of the circle of...
Circle of stillness is obviously going to mess him up. What about circle of thunder and stuff like that? Buoyancy? Well, he's flying. Would circle of buoyancy mess him up?
Yo! This is why I invited you on. Circle of buoyancy. I am so ready for this to work.
I say I'm always better at making decisions when I'm actively watching somebody mess around with everything, and I've got the information here and just kind of point them in a direction. It's a lot of fun.
Oh.
It's a lot different when you're actually, being the producer, or actually creating the, the moment in the game. You're thinking about everything. You don't think about everything. You think about, very limited things like staying alive and stuff like that. Even, well, if you're modding, it's probably a bit different, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is he being affected though?
I think he is. He's just extremely quick.
Oh, he's using it to defy gravity. I mean, this kind of dragon, because obviously worms are normally affected by gravity, like more than any other enemy. But the main worms always fall down. They never can really achieve any sort of height. However, I think dragons are a little bit more capable of maintaining height than other worms.
There we go.
In fact, I don't even know if gravity affects it, but it does go up and down like a regular worm. So
he does
definitely got some of its movement.
What is going on? He's definitely like staying with us. I like the little like.
All the
circle.
shots being manipulated are really cool.
Recharge.
Alright, if that circle, if circles are working on a circle of transmogrification.
What does that one do?
For instance.
Oh yeah.
Transmogrification can turn him into a sheep, but I really doubt it's going to work.
I
won't
think
turn
it will.
you either. Nah, it's a mini boss. It can't. And again, if I'm the first one to have kind of just say go through the circles, oh come on, no, gang, we can do better than this.
Like
I'm just a simple old fool.
I want
looking
us
at a wiki.
to like open people's eyes on like what's possible, and that's like the whole like reason behind like Science Sesh. It's like Alias and I were testing shit out, and like we came up with just jank stuff, and it's like, how has this never been like shown before? Like, how's no one ever really used this? It's like, wow.
I'm guilty of it myself for not exploring in that regard. When you go fight the dragon, it's normally off the back of about an hour run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, come on.
Sheep.
Seriously?
Well, then again,
insane.
Killing him wouldn't give you anything. I don't think. Actually, you know what? Whoa, that was super neat.
Because it was just... Would it? No, it can't do.
So...
That'd be just too silly.
Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, you rude-ass fly. Should we kill it, or should we do more tests? Should we use the circle? We could just go into Parallel World and test one more, but... let's kill it.
See what happens.
Okay, so no wand or health up. Okay, so it is linked to Critter. I wonder now if you could do the same with the desert boss. If you could use circles on it.
Well, it opens up an entire... Because a lot of the circles just don't hurt you, you can unleash them quite safely.
Yeah.
Like, even teleport isn't that bad, as long as you know where you're pointing.
Alright. We'll go stop by the desert boss. Hello. Let's see. Let's get... Well, you know what? No, because they might actually kill it. We'll use that like last. We'll use displacement.
I can't. I'm expecting
like,
this one to not.
Bounces off of it? Maybe when it opens? Or...
I don't see how he teleports. I can imagine a worm teleporting, because you can... I think you can teleport regular polyed worms and stuff like that, can't you? And it's kind of like... Still got the mechanical basis of a worm.
Yeah.
Where this is a bit more unique.
It looks like it's trying to teleport. It's like tentacles are flying everywhere. Maybe I'm just reading into it.
Nah, just sort of stuck in a corner.
I mean, when I hit it with the thing, you can see its tentacles.
I see that.
All right, sheep time. Okay, you're the first to become a sheep. All right, now you. Open up. Open sesame seeds.
Does it need to be open to actually technically be vulnerable?
I feel like go up. Up. Okay. We'll try and drag him through. Okay, so he didn't. Ow, you dick. It still looks like he's teleporting, even though he wasn't open for the circle of displacement, but to make sure we get a true test. Oh, I don't want to be teleported anymore.
Really? Ay, ay, ay.
But it doesn't give you any rewards. Okay, so it
still, it makes a mockery of it. That's all you need sometimes.
Is there explosive out here? Why is there an explosive out here? Oh, there's...
No one's even mentioned that, I'm sure. Like, you'd think it'd come up in like everyday conversation about the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know you can like transmog these dudes. Like, even just people in chat. The amount of people that say, you know you can do this, you know you can do that in people's chats. Especially in just the diverse amount of people's like places we have for Noita content. You'd think you heard something somewhere from somebody. It's just kind of at this point, like how many 9-10 months into early access. You think it would have penetrated that already?
I mean, you can be the first one in someone's chat being like, "Oh, did you know you could do this?" There you go. So, oh, where is it? It's like right here. So right on this x-axis, you don't take damage. I think it's on every chunk, because I was able to do it pretty high up from where I normally do it. And you use a mod that like keeps track of your x and y axis. So maybe you would be able to find it. But like, I don't know any use other than like you could clearly get through it without taking any damage, but like you'd have to be pinpoint like pixel perfect and get through it. So
I'm sure it's XY axis type of deal, because right, once endgame where I wanted to kill myself, went to the rock. I had a lot of obviously stainless armor and projectile resistance.
Yeah.
But after a while of exploding things, it just wouldn't hurt me anymore. Like I had over exploded the air of the cursed rock, like I was destroying a little projectile things in the air.
Maybe
it could have been the fact I had no source of liquid for my stainless cape, and I had load of 50% damage reductions. But I've always held that one back in the back of my memory box.
Yeah, Cursed Rock's a little strange to me, but all right. Let's go fight another dragon, and then what are we gonna do on this dragon?
Acid. It's
Yeah,
nice staple, things people can use and learn very easily without really endgame stuff. If you know you can acid the son of a bitch, which again I've never noticed anybody try. But there's gonna be somebody who just dunks a lot of acid on them at some point. We've missed it. That is a definite. It's like I'm surprised with the circles, but someone's gonna have done it. It's just that we won't have heard about it because you don't hear about everything that goes on.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Neat. I have a lot of neat flask in there. Alright, can we go down to the right so that we don't hit a teleporter? Yes.
Yeah, when you first make one of these type of ones for transportation, of varying different levels of success sometimes, depending what you find. Like, it's such a revelation that you can travel and just do this, like movement.
Oh, I love it so much, and the thing is, like, I never liked the exploding wands because it was always linked with teleport. So if you do this wrong, it'll be linked with teleport, and it'll sound like this. And that was always such a put off for me, because like I hate that noise. And I come to find out it's only because explosive was being linked with teleport, and teleport makes noise. All right. So we did a little bit of damage. I don't think that's gonna sway the test any, but so how would we best test this? Like, let's say you summoned him. Let's see if we can get him like coming up again.
Yeah, it's anywhere where his head's traveling through, I suppose. Actually, is it actually a weak point on his tail?
Oh, I actually don't know.
Since it is highlighted, and that is a good gaming mechanic.
God damn it, Suffer.
Steeped in decades of history of there is a target.
Yeah.
Shoot the target. Bonus damage. Maybe.
Okay, I guess there isn't a way to like truly test it. Like if you were,
to test.
Yeah, if you were to just does he even take acid damage? I bet he would.
Didn't appear to when he went through it, but I've seen, enemies get through many amount of acid and them not really be too bothered about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. He's
so it is his head.
Is.
His head needs to touch the acid. It's not his tail. God, he makes so much blood. What a gruesome creature.
Damn, so apart from the recharge time. Good one.
Ooh. That'd be spicy to work with. Could you actually fix recharge time on this? I don't think you could. It'd be a pain in the dick though, and probably not worth it. But yeah. All right.
Recharge time ain't everything. You can have some good slow fires,
especially with the no shuffle reset. Like, what do we have? Christ, we have so many spells. Sure, that'll work. That's more than 6, right? Yeah, that's 7. So cast. We need to throw one more on. Sure. I messed it up, but I love the no shuffle reset. I wonder if it's intended or if they're gonna remove it. I feel like they might.
It's quite a nice little workaround, considering.
I think it, like, that's what keeps me like intrigued about it, and like
you're the one who taught me about it with nukes, weren't you? And I had my little foray with like nuclear holocaust. And the teleporters going down to the holy mountain. Ah, that was really fun.
All right. Well, we didn't get through a lot of stuff, but we did come up with a like fantastic idea for using Chunk of Soil to pretty much like remove polymorph and then removing the chunk of soil and teleporting there, which is a fantastic find. So,
Well, concerning practical information, I think we've got a lot out today.
yeah. And the fact that you can teleport the dragon, which
Hell yeah.
was my favorite finding today.
That was just... That's silly.
Oh,
Bad game.
what a
Sort
great
yourself
game.
out. It is great. It was just one of those that... It boggles the mind, since you don't really... The mini-bosses have kind of been seen as untouchable by certain things, so people just never tried it, because like, nah, it's not going to work. So the main majority of people like, just... I suppose, with the circle of transmogrification, that's just a waste of a good fight, really. But still, you figured people would have showed it more.
You know, I do have one more thing. Do we still have the circle of teleport? Oh! You know, where's our circles? Displacement's probably thrown over here because I'm a degenerate. No? Okay, we're just gonna spawn in another one. Let's go summon the boss, actually, and see if these work on the boss, because, you know, maybe it's like you said, maybe just someone wasn't dumb enough to try it.
Well, people will say, oh, does poly work on the boss? Nah. But like you're saying, circle of transmogrification, maybe run under different mechanics.
Yeah. What'd I break on this wand? Chainsaw. Where's our chainsaw?
And considering the boss doesn't drop anything, you pick it up before the boss fight to activate it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you can hit the boss before you actually activate it. Its homing is already active. You just can't hit the physical body, can you? Saying that, you can do damage to the boss before you can actually pick up the cog. I think, well, you used to be able to.
You can't, but you can prep for it. So like you can throw all the things that you want to kill it with over there. Ooh, there's a coup.
Fair enough. I thought I'd seen actual damage being done. You just couldn't actually manifest that damage on to the actual HP bar before you picked up the cog. But I might be wrong on that. I've definitely seen prep work done before though. I've done it myself.
Oh, there's the. I'm so glad I see touches when like I'm doing testing and stuff like that. But like as soon as like I close this, it's like, okay, well, I'll never see a touch of ever again. Steven, you need to not. There you go. Deal with that. Have fun. Okay, so let's try displacement first. Can we like, oh, we don't. I think our wand's long enough. It was not. Okay. So we'll
wait. You teleport the skulls.
Ooh.
That'd be the biggest win. Teleport them into the lava.
Oh, the skulls, not the projectiles.
Yeah.
They
got hurt there for some reason before.
Yeah, I wonder what they were getting hurt by. God dang it. Oh, wait. Why didn't I get teleported?
I'm gonna chainsaw on that.
I walked through it. Here, let me replay. When the boss was over the circle, I like walked through the portal or the teleport, and I didn't.
Oh, he removes liquids. Or it might be classed as some sort of liquid, or he definitely has some sort of neutralizing effect with his shield.
But why would acid work on him then?
That's a tough question.
The $1 million question. Maybe when his shield is down, we'll give it a good old.
Maybe specifically not neutral to acid. When it's one of those the devs really wanted to be able to always kill with, even if it took a. Actually, saying that, I have flooded this area with acid, and it's still taken a long time for him to actually accept that acid.
Yeah. You can polymorph these. Oh, you can. I was so ready for the boss to be polymorphed.
Yeah.
I was just ready for it to turn into a sheep and be like, okay, well, we found the solution for every orb boss.
Be beautiful for no-hit runs as well, which we're still trying to
Yeah,
obviously think of new strategies for when that makes a return, which it will do.
probably when Noita's like full, and so that like records don't get erased and or like
Yeah, when the full release happens, I think a lot of the early access speedrunning is now kind of done, where people
yeah
have set the boundaries, they've set the markers, everyone's kind of... If you get a fresh leaderboard, obviously everybody is free to compete on equal terms then, but with early access constantly changing, people having done better versions of the game to run a specific type of speedrun on, like without the boss having a shield, on no-hit runs and any percent speed runs, just any type of runs really, that involve a hell of a lot of speed and precision. Having a shield just means the likelihood of getting hit in this boss fight at least once magnifies many, many times.
yeah.
And you've done all that effort just to get to a boss fight, just to get hit in a no-hit run after about 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine.
So I think a lot of us just decided to, nah, screw it, we'll wait. Although I've talked to McQueeb and he said there's the other no-hit runner along with Wobbles, that he didn't really feel a need to reset the leaderboard
Yeah.
when the full release comes out, but I don't know about that. That's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, I feel that does get into like gray area. I noticed that the boss had grabbed our projectile, and I wanted to do it again, but I can't get it to do it again. So
You reflect it
just
back
floating.
onto you, turn you into a sheep.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, but he hasn't done anything since. Okay, I hate Circle of Buoyancy. Can it leave? Is it stuck? Wait,
You're
is
not
it the
cancelling that one out.
bosses? Because this one isn't moving. Wait. Let me move. What the heck is going on? Let me go. Maybe it's just... I have no clue. This game. I understand -3% of it. Okay. Anything else we wanted to try? Why does Tentacle work so well on the boss, though? I don't understand that. Does Tentacle explode? No.
It's just consistent. Always doing the same amount of damage to
It does 40,
any
though.
effectiveness. I was saying that I think
Right.
it can hit multiple times because it penetrates into the center, and it depends how long it's in there for. Maybe, and definitely doing multiple levels of damage.
I saw 40 there. I thought Explosive Projectile was doing... I think... What is... I don't... We're just gonna kill it. We're gonna call it a day before my brain explodes. It is like probably way past ferret time. I love
I
how
get people in the comment section kind of going through the more complicated stuff, and it's like, I just want a nice outing today. Not, you know, for a science session, it's beautiful. You learn a lot, but
Yeah.
just for a nice little run, you get people like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's like, well, yeah, I would have done if it was a different run,
Yeah.
but it's not. Please,
Please
you know,
no.
respect the distinction between casual and scientific.
Yeah.
That'd be appreciated. But again, these kind of runs, they're beautiful. It's such a laugh.
Yeah.
Such a great time.
Uh,
I do need to install mods. Have a bit of a mess around. It's one thing I'm missing from my own play. Like, that's why I kind of just theorize and don't actually... You know, when someone says something in the comment section, it's like, oh really? Well, I'll possibly one day, maybe, specific scenario granted, try that.
yeah.
5 years later, it's like, well, the specific scenario hasn't come up yet. See you later.
I always do
Sorry.
my best when someone suggests something. It is like getting to it immediately because I'll forget. Like I bet
Yeah.
there's tons of stuff I've already forgotten. But also to end everyone's journey through this adventure. This is an eye, and that's a mouth. You're welcome. You'll never be able to unsee it again. All right. Well, is there anything you wanted to say before we head off?
It's just been a beautiful day, Science. I appreciate you inviting me on, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining me, and Thank you for all the suggestions and like just different ways of thinking. Hopefully, everyone has a wonderful evening, noon, and night. Goodbye.
Take it easy.